Welcome to Indigo Ray TV, the place where we journey to explore the cross and intersection of your humanity and your divinity, where I talk about all things mindset, transformation, and spirituality. So let's dive in. Hello, 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 Mosaic Souls. Hey, Mosaic Souls, this is Rachael Alexander, artist and Mosaic Soul mentor, aka spiritual teacher and transformational coach with flair. And today I want to talk about why you can't afford to stay stuck in your life, okay? And this is going to be a really fun topic. If you're joining me live, feel free to say hi. This is going to be my last December daily divine daily coaching, so it's been a wonderful ride that I've been on with you guys for the whole month of December. I'm going to start coming on here just weekly in the coming months, but it's definitely been a fun experiment and getting to know you guys and really offering this platform as a space for you to grow and transform your own life. And as always, in my divine daily coaching fashion, the whole purpose of this is to give you the tools and techniques that you can utilize in your own life and business to help you transform and create the life that you truly desire. And so I come on here and I talk for a bit about the topic at hand, and then I open the floor afterwards for any questions that you may have. A little quick PSA before I start. I do have a masterclass coming up this Saturday, so January 2nd at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are looking to get unstuck, clear, and confident towards your life goals moving forward in 2021, check out the first link in the description box below. Okay, so let's dive into this content, okay? Why you can't afford to stay stuck, right? And when I'm talking about stuck, what I mean by that is when you are feeling stagnant and you're feeling like your life isn't moving, like your life is on autopilot, like you aren't living your own truth, or you feel like you every day just feels like a struggle, or feels like you're not being who you authentically know yourself to be, and you're not living the life that you truly desire to be living. You feel like maybe you're an imposter or living someone else's life, or you feel like you just aren't really creating the level of well-being in your mind, body, and spirit in the way that you know you can be. That's what I mean by staying stuck, right? And so really the first reason why you can't afford to stay stuck is lost potential, right? So I truly believe that we all come here as divine beings, as divine souls, fractals of source, if you will, with our own inner purpose, right? We have our own purposes, our own divine gifts that we came to incarnate and play with on the planet and to manifest them into different experiences. And when we choose to stay stuck, what ends up happening is that we create this sort of lost potential, right? Like, let's say that you are, like, if we give an example of an acorn, right? Within each acorn is the potential for it to be an oak tree, right? But what happens in our lives when we choose to stay stuck and do nothing about it, we end up letting that acorn never be planted into the ground, and we never let it flourish, or we never water the acorn or put it in the right environment to allow it to flourish and to create like this beautiful this beautiful oak tree, right? So the first reason is lost potential, okay? The second reason is lack of self-expression. When you feel like you are self-doubting yourself or second-guessing yourself all the time, or you are in this state of perfectionism, like nothing can be done right, or you're afraid to even move because perfectionism is sort of holding you back, right? It creates this lack of self-expression. And so a lot of times this will go into sort of the third one that I wanted to talk about, which is burnout and health issues. But when you stop expressing yourself, you're blocking certain chakras, you're blocking your divine gifts from coming out into the world, you're blocking your ability to show up and be authentic in your life in whatever area, whether that's in relationships, whether that's in your career, whether that's in business, whatever that is, right? You're not being your true self, true authentic self, and you're stifling your own voice, right? And so that's really the second reason why. If you're joining me live, feel free to say hi in the chat below. And then the third reason is burnout and health issues, right? Like I talked about, when you sort of stifle your voice and you're not listening to your voice, or you're scared to speak up for yourself or stand for your own integrity, it creates burnout and health issues, right? The fourth reason is not living in your truth, right? So how does that differ from lack of self-expression? When I talk about, it's really closely linked. Welcome back, Miss Cherokee. It's really closely linked to lost potential, right? Like I said in the beginning, I believe all of us have like our own seedling of purpose, our own seedling of greatness lying dormant inside of us. So it's our job to bring that out into the world. And so when we don't, the fourth reason is not living in your truth, is when you stop living in your truth is your sort of pathway, your own unique blueprint for the gifts and basically the gifts that you're meant to bring out into the world, right? And so you stop living in alignment with that. And so it creates all this other sort of havoc, just unhappiness, or, this sort of dullness. This definitely shows up a lot, especially with, women who are high achieving. They have careers, maybe, they're making 5-6 figures a year, and they're really struggling with feeling like, God, I've checked all the boxes off, right? And I'm not where I want. Is this all there is? Is this it? That will really let you know that you aren't really truly living in your truth, right? And then I will open up questions, Blend. So welcome when I finish chatting about this subject. I will answer your question in a few. So that's really the fourth reason. And the fifth reason is, ooh, forgot to get some water. Regrets and what ifs, right? So no one wants to go, like one of the main, I can't remember what study it was, but it was some study where it was like a medical type of healing lady she dealt with a lot of geriatrics and people who were passing away. And she said the number one thing that she kept hearing over and over and over from people who were on their deathbeds was that they wished they had just listened to themselves, right? They wish that they took more chances. They wish that they followed their hearts. They wish that they stopped caring what other people think, right? And so we don't want to get to our deathbeds with a whole bunch of regrets and what ifs, right? The whole reason you want to get unstuck is so that you can start moving and living the life, so that when you are on your deathbed, because we all gonna go, okay? So when you are on your deathbed, you I lived a life well lived. I love the life that I lived. I tried everything that I wanted to try. I didn't let fear stop me. I didn't let perfectionism stop me. I didn't let self-doubt stop me. I did what I wanted to do, and I lived a life that I'm very proud of, right? We all want to leave the earth with that level of certainty and fulfillment, right? And so regrets and what ifs is the fifth reason. And then the sixth reason is just lack of fulfillment. Really, you find yourself floundering a lot, right? Like, even if you technically have the good job, I've met so many people who have really good jobs, high paying jobs and stuff like that. And, they've checked all the boxes off of what you're supposed to do in our society, right? You got the good job, got the husband and or the wife, or the nice house and the car and all this stuff, right? And then there's still this level of unhappiness. There's still this level of unfulfillment. What am I doing wrong, right? So you feel this sort of floundering, unfulfilled, is this all there is kind of energy all the time, because there is something that's within you that is dormant, wanting to come out, but there's a lot of fear or, uncertainty blocking you from deciding that you're no longer going to stay stuck, right? Okay. And then the seventh reason is that it helps, causes you to perpetuate in unhealthy relationships, right? So if you find yourself, like what I talked about yesterday, having healthy boundaries, if you didn't check out that live, check it out. It's the video I did yesterday, but it causes you to perpetually have unhealthy relationships. When you don't adjust and align your vibration to your highest self, you'll attract sort of low level people. And it's not that they're bad, it's just they're on a lower vibration and they don't end up supporting you and all your divinity and who you're here to be, right? So you end up perpetually inviting unwanted relationships into your life or unwanted ways of communicating with people because you aren't standing in your own truth, right? So those are really the 7 reasons why you can't afford to stay stuck, right? You don't want to end up on your deathbed in regret and all that good stuff, right? So I'm going to go over the 7 reasons. The first one is lost potential. The second one, I'll come to the comments in a second, is lack of self-expression. The third one is burnout and health issues. The fourth one is not living in your truth. The fifth one is regrets and what ifs. The sixth one is floundering and lack of fulfillment. And the seventh one is continuing to perpetuate unhealthy relationships, okay? So those are the 7 reasons why you can't afford to stay stuck, okay? Especially 2021 as we're moving in. And so I definitely wanted to invite you guys who are just joining me live to check out the link in the description box, the first link in the description box below, as I'm having a live masterclass teaching you how to get out of being stuck and stagnant and in perfectionism and self-doubt. Check out that link. It's happening this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Let me go ahead and see what you guys are saying. Okay, Blend. I feel stuck. I'm very empathic, but stuck on repeat. How do I break from this? Blend, really great question. I would love to have a little bit more detail because stuck is a very general term and I use it sort of as a blanket statement. But if you can give me an example of how that's manifesting in your life, I think I can help you out more specifically. In what way are you stuck on repeat? Like, what does that mean? How is that showing up in your life? If you can give me more clarity on that, I can try to answer your question. Feel free to post any questions that you have in the chat or just say hi in the chat. My Divine Daily Coaching sessions have come to a complete. So thank you for all of those of you who signed up and I got to get to know you and help you bust through any blocks in your own lives. It's been a wonderful ride this December. Okay, true that. Miss Cherokee, I spent the first part of my life spending my wills in the matrix, living for the goal of enjoying my life in the future instead of right now. Not a fool anymore. Right? Tell me about that life. I've met so many women, high achieving women who kicked ass in the corporate world or did stuff, but then they wake up in their 30s and 40s and 50s being like, damn, is this all there is? And so my goal is to help women like you who are kicking ass, really live intentionally, rather than waiting to live once you retire, right? That's why I'm learning sign language, ukulele, learning ballet, and I will learn pole dancing as well. I need to live. Right, exactly. That's so true. That's so true. You definitely need to start living for you. I have another friend, she had a similar experience and she was in her 40s. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm just rambling on. But she was in her 40s, I think, when she had a spiritual awakening or whatever. And she kind of woke up out of her job that she really loved actually in the beginning. But towards the end, she recognized that she wasn't going to do this for the rest of her life. And then she started searching for, clarity on how to go about creating a more intentional life. And then she hired a life coach and got clarity. But if you hear her talk about how she had that breakthrough moment, and then she went through this huge phase of life is supposed to be fun, why am I working hard all the time and I never have any fun? That is totally one of my mottos, which you hear me say a lot on this channel, is life is a playground. The earth is a playground, right? But when we are sort of caught up in the matrix, as you called it, Cherokee, that can be totally the situation where we end up living our lives for everybody else or living our lives in some idealistic, this is what I'm supposed to do, I'll have fun when I retire kind of situation. And that's really never good for anyone. Yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If not, I'm gonna hop off. It's been a wonderful December. It's been great coming on here with my Divine Daily Coachings. I will not be continuing this in January, but I will be coming on here weekly, probably for Soul Nugget Sundays. That'll probably be my day. So you can expect to see me live here on Sundays with new content every week. And just to support you guys in creating more connection with your higher selves and tapping more into your divinity and leading more intentional lives so that you can bring out your divine gifts in your own life, right? And, start that business that you've been wanting to start, or, start that creative project, or switch careers, or, whatever it is that you want to move forward in your life. That is what this channel is going to be dedicated to, helping you to achieve. And if you are looking to get actual physical support in your life, definitely check out, I think, the third link in the description box below. It's divineearthschool.com/call. And you can book a call with me, and we can get on the phone and start talking about how we can actually, move forward and helping you reach your goals and get confident and clear in your own life and or business and or career. Cool. Have me live. Any other questions? And it's been wonderful supporting you guys in your own transformation this year. If you have any questions in regards to the content at hand, something specific that I can help you with, feel free to post them in the chat. If not, I'm gonna hop off. Yeah, the funny thing about this whole December daily gift giving was, it was such a fun experiment. And I loved coming on here daily, sharing, all that I've learned in the last how many ever years I've been on the planet, and as a coach as well. So it's been wonderful supporting you guys. Absolutely. I had to take a break this morning and go into the bathroom to tune in and pray, because I needed to start my day off balance. Exactly. Yeah, and I'm glad that you're starting to incorporate these tools, right? Because that's what it's all about, man. None of us are always 100% on a high, right? Like, that's not the journey that we came to live, right? And the whole purpose of coaching and the purpose of personal development is not so that you can leave your problems behind you, right? It's so that you are equipping yourself with a level of consciousness and awareness that when problems, quote unquote, problems or challenges do arrive, you have a level of awareness and fortitude to handle them with so much more grace and ease, right? So when problems arise, it doesn't knock you off your feet for 3 weeks on end and puts you in a state of depression and stuff. You have coping tools and mechanisms and things to actually handle your life. So it's not that, personal development, spirituality and stuff is supposed to eliminate your problems. For some reason, people pursue these things as though it's going to eliminate your problems. And that's just not it. You can't negate divine law. Divine law is that we live in polarity. That's one of the divine laws of Tahuti, right? Or Hermetic principles, also known as Hermetic principles. So we live in a state of duality. We can't get rid of our problems. That's not what the purpose of personal development and spirituality is. The whole purpose is to elevate your consciousness so all the little ish that really bothers us or used to bother us no longer bothers us, and you don't get caught up into the humaning aspect of life, if that makes sense. Yeah, as long as you're in my growth and development, so helpful. Thank you. You're so welcome, Miss Cherokee. You're so welcome. You are most welcome indeed. Okay, well, there seems to be no other questions. Once again, my little PSA, if you guys are looking to actually make lasting and permanent change, exactly, right? Exactly. If you're looking to make lasting and positive change, check out the first link in the description box below to sign up for my free masterclass coming up this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. January 2nd, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, January 2nd. And it's been wonderful supporting you guys this month. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of those of you who showed up, who shared, who was vulnerable, and actually reached out and got help. That is the first step in actually taking power of your life and recognizing that you don't have to do this alone. So kudos to everyone who did. It's been a wonderful ride for me thus far, and I will look forward to continuing to help you guys in your own journeys. And as always, flow with what feels good and let go of what doesn't, because you are divine. You are a divine being, and your soul knows exactly what you've come to explore, traverse, and expand into while on this planet. So remember, what you conceive is what you'll receive. What you expect is what you will get, and however you feel is what will become real for you. So vibrate higher.